By Thanksgiving, the striper run in New England is just a memory. The big schools of migratory fish have headed south to the waters off New Jersey where, for captains like Hunter Gutwein of Waterman Charters, the peak of the fall fishing is just beginning. While some stripers hold over in estuaries throughout New England, we wanted to close out our 2017 striper season with one last taste of fall run fishing. So we hit the road and followed the migration south.
You know, we're off Island Beach State Park here at a Barnegat Light, and right now we're just following this bird line, about 30 foot of water, looking for bait. We see bunker on top. Been marking them down deep though, and snag them with the snag hooks here, and hopefully some bass pick us up.
Yeah, there's no doubt when you're going over the bait though, man. It just looks like it.
Yep. Yeah, that was a nice pod. Looks like we're gonna come back into it here.
Look at that, just a solid wall of bait.
Right there, and that's a little higher too. We get a little snag that. There we go, I just got picked up. There we go.
Nice.
And we're in.
All right, so we're off Island Beach State Park. We started our saltwater season here back in April. We're here again, it's the end of November. I'm here with Captain Hunter Gutwein. We're here snagging and dropping bunker for some late fall run stripers. He's already hooked up. We've just been fishing for about 10 minutes.
This is great. All by ourselves too. It's a bluefish here. Morning blues. Little guy.
Such a fun way to fish, man, the snag.
It's great. It'll be great when we find a school with bass on them. Not bad though, first pot of bait. Looks like that guy's probably on bait up there. Yeah, no, they've been good. Even the bass, real clean fish. A lot of sea lice, you know, traveling in groups.
Though he continued to mark bunker just off the beach, the stripers were nowhere to be found. So Hunter moved the boat to deeper water to employ a technique that's just beginning to catch on in the Northeast.
So that one, I'll fish this heavier one on this side, keep it more on the bottom. There we go.
Didn't take long, man.
Go on, man.
Oh,
that didn't take too long.
So Hunter literally just dropped this down. We're trolling Mojo rigs. And if you were to say that word 6 years ago, most guys wouldn't even know what it was up in New Jersey.
No idea. Big thing, you know, believe it originated down in the Virginias, and it's really gotten big here the last year or so. You know, so we're fishing these magic tails here. Local guy makes them out of LBI, and couldn't even get 2 rods out yet.
And basically it's just a big jig that's with a big paddle tail on there that's bouncing along the bottom, looks like a bunker. I mean, are you, how fast do you generally troll them?
Anywhere from, you know, 3 to 4. You really don't want to be anything over 4 for stripers. We're fishing around 60 foot of water, so if I mark them a little deeper, you know, I'll slow the boat down, let them sink. And I'm just gonna spin the boat here for you. There you go.
Beautiful. That's my first Mojo bass.
Nice Mojo fish. Not too bad. Typical fall fish, you know. Low teens there. Big Mojo hooks really get in them pretty good. So trying to fish a single hooks there, and beautiful, clean fish. Nice fish. Let him go to be caught again. Nice job.
Thanks, man. Probably, I'd say every boat that we're seeing out here right now is probably trolling one.
At least 1 or 2. They definitely got them out.
They're basically a really big, I mean, a seriously heavy jig head. What are we running, a 20 ounce and a?
32 and 20.
20 ounce and a 32 ounce jig with a big shad on the back. lets you troll with kind of your regular striper fishing tackle without using wire line or lead line, but still keeping the bait right on the bottom. Hunter was saying he's caught fish from the size that we've seen, the smaller schoolies, all the way up to what, 40 plus pounds, yeah. And while it's new to us here in the Northeast, it's kind of old news down south in the Chesapeake, where they've been trolling Mojos for probably 15, 20 years. So it's just one of those neat little tactics that's finally migrated up our way. I know basically what a Mojo is, but I mean, how are you trolling them? Like, what's the speed, and you want that right on the bottom, or?
You know, so you want to be pretty close to the bottom. You're pretty much letting them down, hitting the bottom, cranking up 2 or 3 cranks so you're not getting snagged in any debris or anything down there, because they're not cheap. And, you know, basically, it's, in hindsight, you're fishing a bucktail, just a lot heavier and deeper water. You know, the bucktails are a big thing in the surf and in the back bays, and perfecting that out here on this structure. You know, we're fishing a tandem, so I got about 4 foot of 60 to 80 pound to a 3-way, and that'll be my heavier one, you know, my 20 to 32 ounce. And then I'm fishing either a 6 to an 8 on the top with about 2 pulls, so say about 6 to 8 foot of line, and I'm running a tandem. And I have noticed the tandems do outfish the singles so far this fall, and just like anything, though, there's days that they might want a single, and you can mix them up. You can run chartreuse, all white, you know, you can mix them up, you can run shads on them, and basically just trying to fish that bottom.
He's got such good action with just the shad going crazy. You've got the skirt on top of it pulsing. I mean, there's a lot there to trigger them to bite.
It definitely is, you know, and like you said, they look like the adult bunker that are still around, and that's what they're feeding on. Really haven't seen the sand eels yet. So they're feeding on those bunker. That paddle tail's going crazy. That extra mylar mixed in with the, you know, with the hair is giving extra flash, and basically looking just like a crippled bait.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a couple, man. There's one at least.
There we go.
You take it, you take it.
All right. So that's another hook up there. Marked him that time.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, fishing these tandems, a lot of times you get a double on them.
That's got to be a handful there.
Yeah, it can be.
Nice. Get it for you. All right.
Nice. Little chunky one.
Okay, he's feeding well out here.
Yeah, not bad at all.
So what, 15 minutes of trolling, and we've already got 2 in the boat? And...
Not bad. Couple small ones, see if we can get a bigger one here. We have a 40 pounder in a couple years. Good stuff.
See him knock that a couple times?
There he is.
There he goes. There he goes.
Boat's out of gear now.
He must have hit that 3-4 times before finally getting the hook.
I was watching the rod go.
Yeah, Hunter just made a short ride north, and it's been getting plenty of bites since that. Dropped a couple, but hoping this one stuck pretty good.
How does he feel?
It was pretty frisky. Oh yeah, that's a better fish.
Not bad. Another nice fish. Good job.
Thanks.
Get another one.
Absolutely.
There he goes. Awesome. Fast one, guy. You know, but there's been a couple, so to say, Decembers to remember where the bait shows up late, kind of like it is now, and you know, I think we'll see fish pretty close to the middle to the end of December this year.
Yeah, what do we have for water temperature?
I would say it's going to be in low 50s.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know, it might be a little cooler today with the east wind, but I think if it cooled off a little bit, it would even could get better. Yeah, it's crazy to think it's already December almost.
It doesn't feel like it. This whole fall went so fast.
There we go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
now.
He felt a little better for a second there, man. Couple
Yeah,
good head
it
shakes.
looked like a pretty good hit there. Could be a little better one. He hit a little better than he was.
He did. He had a big heart.
Aggressive appetite. Yeah, we eat that trailer on the top one.
Such a beautiful. I love how they get that purple. They get the ear like that.
Nice,
Such a pretty fish.
I think these are a whole new group of fish. Real skinny. Haven't really found that bait yet.
Find you get more bites on the smaller one versus the big one, or?
I have, and I haven't figured it out. I haven't figured out if it's just because the other one's such drag in the bottom or not. You know, my buddy was next to me the other day and he was throwing a single and he had a 48 on the single. But, you know, I kind of figured they're just kind of eating it because it's a trailer.
Yeah, so they see the first one go by and then they have the chance to react to this, the one that's a little bit behind it. Yeah, they can't be cheap, man. 32 ounces of lead is not a...
No, I mean, the 20 ounces I think are like 36 bucks. And the tandems, I mean, you're like $56. Yeah, I was like, oh man.
I'm dying to try these things out up in New England, man.
They gotta crush them.
Gotta do it this year.
No one fished them here, you know. I mean, if you guys fished them last year, but now we're fishing like, you know, 2-rod spreads, and you'll see most of the boats aren't even pulling bunker spoons right now.
No. The first time I heard of guys really use them, it's like, you know, instead of throwing another stretch out, we'll throw out.
Yeah, they'll run down the middle of their spoons or something, and I'm excited to, you know, I don't really like trolling. It catches fish, but I'm excited to see what happens in the spring with them when those big fish are here.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta get bit here.
Look at the screen.
There he is, Jimmy.
All right.
Got him?
Now he's off.
I'd like to just get one good one like this and we could jig those fish.
You just whacked it two times. They're right there.
There he is. You got him. It's all yours, bud. That couldn't have been any better, huh?
Called that one.
Yeah.
The same, maybe a little bigger than the last. Better one.
Oh yeah, man.
Doesn't realize you. You got it. Sorry.
He ain't ready yet.
Hey, he can wake up till the end there.
Now. Nice fish. That's what we were after. That's what we were after, boys. Here's Al. Let me just get this other rod.
One of the best parts about catching these fish at the end of the fall is just how fat and how thick they are. You know, these, since they left, you know, New England back late October, they've been doing nothing but feeding on their way south. So let's put him back so he can continue his journey.
Sounds good. Catch you again in a
man.
couple years.
Thank you very much, man. This has been great.
Thank you.
By lunch, the bass had disappeared from the area, probably to continue their swim south toward Virginia. After thanking Hunter for a great day on the water, we headed south too, where our friend Tom Z had promised to show us a different side of the New Jersey Fall Striper Run.
We have a really neat area geographically that's located here in southern New Jersey, where we have a lot of feeding creeks that come off of a lot of our sod banks and a lot of shallow water flats. You know, the last 2 hours of incoming tide and the first 2 hours of outgoing tide are usually the prime time. The primary thing that you need to do is have a shallow water boat, right? Most boats today have drafts that are over 15, 16 inches and make this fishery almost impossible to fish. A couple weeks ago, we had a couple guides from Simrad that came up and they experienced the fishery for the first time, and they were taken back. One of them made a comment that, wow, you could have blindfolded me, you would have told me I was in Louisiana. So we'll get a chance to see a lot of that neat area today. Right in there with them.
Yeah, rather than, I mean,
on the
you look at some of
side.
these sedge islands and they could be anywhere, you know,
Yeah.
on them, but I guess a little bit of wind like this can concentrate them on that side, on this side.
So we'll just keep working this bank here until we get enticed.
Feels like there's got enough water up here now. Now there's just like you're talking about, just a nice little outflow right there. It's just like a buffet line for them.
That's it. All right.
We struggled to find fish as blowout tides caused by strong southwest winds left the stripers hunkered down in deeper holes. As the tide approached its peak and the sod banks began to flood, the bay began to show signs of life.
So what are you looking for when you're searching for a good bank? What's, what qualities?
What I look for is a lot of, I call like half dugout pockets.
Okay.
I'm looking for a lot of pockets and a lot of little feeder type creeks. Where there's spots where there's moving water and a lot of points. For every pocket you find, you're gonna find 2 points, right? Like what we have coming up. And those have a tendency to be the spots where you get the bite.
There we go.
There we go.
Right where you'd expect, right off that point there.
Yep. Good job, Jimmy.
Yeah, it took a little bit. We just needed the tide to get right, and real healthy little fish. Definitely wanted it. He took that way down there. Like Tom said, when they're hanging in the shallow water like this, they're only here for one reason, and that's to feed. So this is the first one we just got on the board. We're going to put him back and keep casting. Hopefully it's a sign of good things to come.
Good job, Jimmy.
Oh, no, man. Thank you. He was sitting right on that point.
Yep.
So I cast a little bit into the cove there, and then the second that thing crossed the point, he smoked it. One of the coolest things about stripers is just how many different ways there are to catch them.
You're doing really well right now out front in the oceans, and then you can just be here in the bay and catch them like we are here. Another reason why they have the water's a little cooler in the bottom. They'll come up here on the shallows where the water has a tendency to be a little warmer.
There he is. Got him.
Got him?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Tom, while you land that, I'm going to keep throwing.
You got
just
it. Keep
looks
throwing right in there. Yep.
This whole stretch looks too good to not hold a couple more for us. So that's our second one. That's, what is it, November 30th, November 28th, 29th? Oh, I'm on.
There you go. Jimmy's on one too.
All right. Such healthy fish, and you can tell they're all real well fed.
They're great. I'm gonna switch with you.
And switch again.
Good job.
All right. Took a little bit, but now,
Hey, some life.
yeah.
Oh, better fish.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's so much fun on this light gear. I mean, this is lighter than some of my largemouth bass stuff.
Nice.
Real healthy fish.
Good job.
Just a beautiful fish. Look at that, real clean. Just perfect stripes on it. Tell you what, for almost December, this is pretty awesome. Yeah, see, that's a little bit different than the sea lice we usually see on the fish up north. These you tend to see on the fish in the backwaters down south. I've seen them on the fish in the Chesapeake. You see them in South Jersey here. But otherwise, this fish seems really healthy. It's really beautiful. I mean, just an absolute perfect striper. So. Well, this time of year, you never know if that's going to be your last bass, so I don't want to hang on to each one just a little bit longer.
As the sun sank into the marshes to the west, we reeled in the rods and headed for the dock. The chill in the air told us that winter was approaching quickly, and though our striper season was ending, a number of different fisheries were just getting started.